We have a few more Lich scripts from history to cover. Starting us off is Disarmwatch. Clerics and empaths have Spirit Servant spell 218, but for others, this script will keep an eye out if you get disarmed and let you know where it happened. This may save you on having to pay the Adventurers Guild or wait an hour. This next one I made, AA, is more of an alias than an actual script, but it will appraise everyone in the room. As a healer, you'll know who you might want to ask if they need healing. It also fits the RP of an empath, being able to immediately know who around you needs help. Credit for this next one goes to Tillman. It's group_ajar. This one is great if you have some close game friends or other characters you play via multi-account. It auto-adds or joins characters on a pre-approved list. You can only add or remove names when the script is off, so double check and use ;K group to kill the script if you have to make changes to the list, and then restart it with ;group. Now you won't have to worry about leaving your level 4 monk friend behind when heading off to Yander's farm. The gardener script will grow herbs as an empath. If you run this script in the town square, it will try to fill the donation herb bin for you. A most useful script. I used this one just recently before making this video. The inspect script will show you a weight range and item estimation inside the inspect verb. Here's an example of using the inspect verb compared to the inspect script. My HUD Pro script does this for you as well, but you can use the level 1 script in the landing, ice mule, or Tabalore to get you from 0 to 1 in no time flat. This next one is pretty straightforward. Just type ;Dropbox and it will drop boxes from your box sack and disk to the ground. If you have a locksmith who is parked at a table, you can go to the table and use this script to quickly drop off loot for them to work on. So in the last example, you could drop boxes on the ground at a table, but if you use ;EG on your container, it will drop everything inside of it. Like AA, this is more of an advanced alias, but it can be useful for certain scenarios. The next three all do similar things. We have Unstun, Unstun II, and Unstunwand. The first two are about the same, with the second being able to ignore someone, and the third should use oak wands if you have them. The next two scripts are Easy Pull and Pull. The first one pulls up anyone prone and runs in the background. Pull can be used to pull everyone up in the room as a single invocation. On to Voodoo and Spellcaster. I use Voodoo, which lets me type a spell number followed by a target to cast the spell. It's a bit like an advanced alias. I can use 101 to cast Blues on myself, or 509 Jara to cast Strength on Jara, or 720 Third Kobold to implode a certain kobold. I have not used Spellcaster, but the script info says it's based on Voodoo. Check it out if you want. Diskus is just plain useful. You run this script as a wizard with knowledge of floating disc, and it will cast a disc for everyone in the room. You can also give it a list of names to cast for certain people. Rolling right along, we have Login and Elogin. Elogin is the latest version, maintained by Alethea Online. This uses your saved Lich login information inside your Lich folder. So once I have all my characters saved, I can switch characters by typing ;login character name. A helpful caution, you can type elogin list to see all characters, account names, and save passwords that have ever been attached to your Lich folder. PSA, if you have not changed your GemStone IV password recently, now's a good time to do so. Much like login and elogin, we have log and log. Just imagine the second one as elog without the E. You'll need special commands to get the different versions since they have the same name. I used log from Tillman and added to the global auto start. It creates a text log file of each character's gaming session inside your Lich logs folder. Log from Alethea Online does the same thing, but the last time I used it, I noticed it was creating multiple files for the same character once it reached a certain file size limit. I prefer the original log by Tillman so I can have just one big file to search through instead of several smaller ones. It's really just a personal preference. There may be some configuration options or updates to log by Alethea Online since my last use, but I've been using log by Tillman without issue for some time, so that's the one I'm sticking with for now. They're both great scripts. You know the drill by now. we've got Linktothefast by Lost Ranger and Alenthea Online. Essentially, the Wraith client, previously known as Stormfront, uses a ton of memory, especially having multiple accounts running. This is based on the links you can toggle by using the command Alt-L. This script will keep words highlighted without the links being active, and it might help your game performance. Just a couple of scripts left, and they all help bards. Up first, we have Pure 4. This will purify gems in a container if you are a bard. If I took a guess, all the Pures do the same thing, but Pure 4 is the latest upload and the one that I use. An example use would be Pure 4 Cloak, Pack, Sack. It would take the gems from the cloak, sing to them, and store them in the pack, and if it finds orbs or creates orbs, it'll stow them in the sack instead. Next is Song-Manager. It does just that. It manages your songs. Bards have to upkeep or refresh certain songs, and this script will handle that for you based on desired preferences via Song-Manager setup. The last script in today's episode is Jlsing, one I made to help lore sing to personal items. It will do its best to find all the details and sing 4 verses, so you should be able to use recall after the script ends on the item. At some point I'll update it so it does the recall at the end for you. And that will do it for this episode of Popular Lich Scripts from History Part 3. We have one more episode to go, and that will finish out all the scripts I wrote down ahead of time to cover. I'll have that one out here soon. But until then, stay safe out there in the scripting waters.